high-end sports bar or maybe a corporate command center. You have screens absolutely everywhere, different sizes, different ages, and you've got a ton of sources, media players, laptops, you name it.
And it's just pure chaos trying to get the right thing on the right screen. It's always a nightmare.
Exactly that chaos. Which brings us to what we're looking at today. The PureLink SX2-4400. It's a 4x4 HDMI 2.0b matrix switcher.
Right.
But the thing that immediately makes you sit up is the price. The MSRP is somewhere around, what, $3,000?
Yeah, it's a serious piece of hardware. Definitely a real investment.
So that's our mission for this deep dive. You have to explain to me why this little black box that's basically just routing signals is worth that much. What's the real value here?
It really comes down to two things, absolute signal integrity and truly independent control over each output. This box is the thing that makes all your other expensive gear actually work together properly.
Okay, let's start with the basics then. 4x4 matrix. That just means 4 inputs, 4 outputs, send anything anywhere. Is that it?
Any combination you want, yeah. Input 1 to all 4 screens, or every screen gets its own unique source. But the real magic isn't the routing itself, it's the pipeline. This thing is pushing 18 gigabits per second.
And that's what gets you that 4K 60 4.4 spec I see on the sheet. Can we decode that for a second? I feel like people throw 4.4.4 around, but what does it actually mean?
Sure. It's about color compression, or really a lack of it. It's called chroma subsampling. Most video you stream, it throws away some color information to save bandwidth.
Yeah.
4.4.4 means no compression, 0. You get all the color data for every single pixel.
So if I have a spreadsheet up with tiny red text on a blue background, I can actually read it clearly.
Perfectly clear. For a movie, you might not notice the difference, but for computer graphics, medical displays, you absolutely need that uncompressed signal. Plus, it handles all the HDR standards, HDR10, Dolby Vision, HLG, all of it.
Right, but here's the problem I always have with HDMI. I switch inputs on my TV, and the screen just goes black for like 5 seconds.
The handshake.
Yeah.
The dreaded HDMI handshake.
Yeah. Does this fix that?
It does. It has a feature called SDR seamless switching. It basically keeps the signal hot all the time, so the switch is instant.
Yeah.
No black screen, no lag.
That's a nice quality of life thing for sure, but is it $3,000 nice? You said independent scaling was the big deal.
This is the aha moment. This is what you're paying for. In a cheaper system, say you have 3 new 4K screens and 1 older 1080p monitor. That system will look at all the connected devices, find the weakest link, the 1080p screen, and downgrade everything to 1080p to make it compatible.
Wait, hold on. So my brand new 4K screens are getting a blurry 1080p signal just because I have one old monitor hooked up.
In many, many systems, yes. But this PureLink has a dedicated scaling engine on every single output.
Oh, on each output.
Exactly. So it can set a pure 4K signal to your 4K screens while simultaneously downscaling that same signal to 1080p for your older monitor. Nothing gets compromised.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. You're not just buying a switch, you're buying 4 separate video processors in one box.
And it gets even better. It can handle image rotation too, independent for each output. So if you want to mount a TV vertically for, say, a digital menu.
Portrait mode.
Right, portrait mode. This box can flip the image for that one screen. You don't need a special display or a complex video wall controller. The switcher just does it.
I also saw something called audio breakaway. Is that just for pulling the audio out?
Think about that sports bar again. You've got the game on the big screen, but you want the audio coming from the big ceiling speakers, not the teeny TV speakers.
Right.
This lets you de-embed the audio and send it out over its own analog or optical connections. It basically creates a separate audio matrix that runs in parallel.
A matrix for sound. I like that. So how do you actually control this thing? You're not running to the rack to push buttons, I hope.
You could, but no. It's built for integration. It has RS-232, IP control, a web UI, and it plugs right into professional control systems like Crestron and QSYS. It's also TAA compliant, which is critical for government or federal jobs.
Okay, so to wrap this up, the PureLink SX2-4400 is kind of a Swiss Army knife. It feels like it's built to prevent your hardware from becoming obsolete.
That's the perfect way to put it. It lets you mix and match old tech with new tech, landscape screens with portrait screens, complex audio with simple audio. It bridges the gap between hardware generations.
It's a great reminder that sometimes the plumbing is way more important than the sink.
I couldn't agree more.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. As we start pushing past 4K into 8K and beyond, and the screens themselves just get cheaper and cheaper, how much does the screen itself even matter anymore? Or is the real lasting value now shifting entirely to the infrastructure? The invisible boxes like this one that actually control the entire experience. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.